we need to talk about The Throne of Broken Gods by Amber v. Nicole. I am shook. Like, what is going on? What? This world has me speechless. Like, okay, it's going to be chaotic. I'm going to do it a bit differently. I'm going to just go through, I've literally like folded all the pages that I want to talk about. I'm going to go through, rant at everything that I need to discuss. Then we'll discuss likes, dislikes, and my rating. Buckle up, it's going to get intense. It's book 2. The first book was the Book of Azrael. I've done 2 other videos on the Book of Azrael. One like explaining a rating, the likes and dislikes of the books. The other explaining the world, because I feel like the world is slightly complicated. I love it, like I'm in love with this world and thoroughly invested in the characters. But if you have any like questions about the world, check out my previous videos. In the end of book 1, there will be spoilers in this book. In this review, let's just get that out there now. If you do not want spoilers, please leave. It was lovely to see you. Okay, in the end of book 1, the Book of Azrael, Gabby died. And I was not okay. And you just knew that like shit was gonna hit the fan. Like Diana just exploded into her dragon form and flew off, and you knew that she was gonna desecrate anyone and everyone who had anything to do with her sister's death. This book follows Diana's like mourning journey of Gabby and her revenge journey. Sam Kiel's trying to find Diana and he's not had much luck, but then he finds Ethan and Drake. So they're the vampires that betrayed Diana. Like they were supposed to be her friends, like her family. Like she actually lied to Caden to keep Drake safe because Caden wanted Drake dead. And you saw in the end of book 1 that Drake and Ethan and his wife were sitting there watching Gabby die, and that they lied to Diana to save Ethan's wife. So in this book, Sam Kiel finds the vampires, and at the same time Diana finds the vampires. And I folded this page over because it literally said, "Years of war had steeled my stomach to gruesome atrocities, but seeing her so casually holding the head of Ethan's wife in her palm had my gut twisting." Oh my god, like the yas queen that came out of me reading that line. Like, yeah, if someone hurt what's mine and betrayed me, like I would go ape shit. And this is what Diana's doing. So the fact that they lied, betrayed Diana to save Ethan's wife, and she walks out carrying the lass's head, like mic drop. I was like, fucking brilliant. Like Diana's just a legend. I was like, I support this choice. Like, you do not come for Diana. I got to chapter 33. What the fuck is this? The fuck is this, Amber? Caden? Ew. Dick. I was like, I don't want to be reading about him. And I do want to know Caden's business, but sick, twisted bastard. Again, in book 1, when Caden took Gabby, he also took Nevera. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Nevera. So that's Logan's armata, like his mate, his soulmate. So Logan is like frantically trying to look for Nevera everywhere and anywhere. And he realizes that there's these like sinkholes. So he goes and Diana's there, and Diana's like, "You need to go away. Like, I'm gonna go in this sinkhole, see where it goes." He's like, "No, I'm going to find my mate. I'm coming with you." The sinkhole goes to that planet, Yejedin. And Logan's like, "Oh my god, I can feel her. I can feel Nevera." So he finds her, they reconvene. Diana's just like destroying everything in her dragon form, like leaving no stone unturned, like everything is dead in that place. And then Tobias, so Tobias is one of the kings of Yejedin. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. And he turns into this like worm, like this big worm form, and he's attacking them all. Like, he's very powerful, very strong. And Diana's like, "Sam Kiel said that everything has a weak spot. Like, what's his weak spot?" The squeak that I squawked when I read this. A new plan surfaced in my head, one I needed to thoroughly piss him off for. I shrugged, my shoulders screaming. "You can try, but I figure they'll last longer than Alistair ever did." Alistair was like his brother, the other king of Yejedin that she killed. His eyes tightened into thin slits as those lips curved back. He let out a deep, sibilant hiss and charged me head on, mouth agape. Diana never shouted. Diana, I'm so bad at reading this, but it's good. As I leaped at Tobias and was swallowed whole. Like, the bitch jumped in his mouth. Like, I am such a visual person, which I think is why I like all the character art, but I can 100% see her jumping into his mouth, like sword and everything. So I was just like, amazing, fantastic, love it. And then Logan and Never, the next chapter, are like, well, we're fucked. Like, she was our only hope. Love you, blah, blah, blah. And then it's the blade thrust out, glowing bright and hot as it moved from his centre to his head, splitting him in half. Never and I gaped, watching his giant body fall like a felled tree, the ground shaking with the impact. Diana tipped her head back, her chest heaving like a warrior, savouring the aftermath of a long battle. I saw it then, saw why Sam Kiel loved her so damn much, even if he refused to say the words. Oh my god! I was like, yes! Fucking... That was like fist pump in the air moment. I was like, go on, Diana! And he was like, he risked his crown, his throne, and the damn world for her, because Diana was a queen worthy of any king. Yeah, she is! Go on, Diana! I just root for her so badly. I think relate to her being or feeling so alone, like she doesn't have anyone, and the fact that she's just like the only person who's coming to save her is herself, and she can fucking do it. It's like Taylor Swift, who's afraid of little old me. Like, you should be fucking afraid of Diana. Sam Kiel wanted an equal, and by the old gods they had delivered. She was our queen now. Boom! Honestly, the like endorphins I got reading that, I was like, yes. Because you know what? She is fucking badass and she deserves it. And Nephra comes back. She was obviously kidnapped with Gabby. And she gives Diana a note that Gabby has written. And it's a big note. And when I tell you that I cried reading this note, like I sobbed. I was just like, oh my god, the love they had for each other. Amber portrays it so well. And then at the end she says, P.S. because I know you'd be nicer to Liam. And for those who don't know, Sam Kiel is Liam. But yeah, love that. It's one of these books where I like went through all the emotions. Like, I was angry, I was like excited, like fist pumped for Diana, like I cried, I laughed. It was a roller coaster, let me tell you. Sam Kiel and Diana like flirt and like go back and forth for a long time. I mean, that is going to be one of my negatives. Like, I love this book and I love the series and I'm in love with the characters. Like, I would have them all over my wall. But she's 800 pages. She's thick. And I didn't get any spice until page 577. The blue balls I had when reading this. It was a lot. But believe me, it is worth it. Like, Sam Kiel, chef's kiss. Like, I feel like I'm picturing like Henry Cavill in Sam Kiel. And I would climb that man like a tree. They have well-deserved spicy time. And it took a while, okay? In book 1, Sam Kiel goes and Diana actually go to see this fate called Rockerham. And Diana frees him earlier on in this book and she calls him Reggie and like they're friends. You can obviously see the possibilities of the future and he speaks in riddles, so he's really annoying. But you think he's trying to help them throughout the whole book. And then page 669, douchebag Rockerham. I was like, you have got to be fucking kidding me. That bitch, Reggie, honestly, the betrayal I felt. And it gets worse. Reggie's with Caden. Guess who fucking else is with Caden? Wait a minute, where is it? Vincent, you dick. You know what? I didn't like him anyway. So, like, I was gutted, but also I was like, doesn't surprise me that you would lower yourself to these standards. And what makes it even worse is with Caden's bloody chapters, I'm starting to get attracted to him. And I don't like this. I mean, like Diana and Sam Kiel forever. But Amber, why is Caden so attractive? Why did you do this? Why? Sam Kiel goes to see this other fate. Like all these fates, and like no one actually just like tells it how it is. Anyway, the fate is saying that Caden made the kings of Yejedin. I wonder if it's like Spanish, Yejedin. High one, that's what this fate is called. It's saying that your father lied, it wasn't the primordials. Caden was something else. He wasn't a king of Yejedin. And Sam Kiel's like, huh, was he a general? And he's like, no. Was he a lover? No. A son. What? Caden and Sam Kiel are brothers. Brothers. That's why I'm attracted to him. Bitch. I mean, like, Dad had good genes. Let's say this. So yeah, I was like, did not see that coming. Shook. Shooketh. And then she's like, oh, you're asking the wrong questions. The next one should be about your other siblings. He's got 3 more of the fucking siblings. And then you kind of find out that the High One, the Order, everyone has betrayed Sam Kiel. Caden gets him, starts like beating the crap out of him, spilling all his blood, opening all the realms. And this bitch Nismira comes back with Isaiah, which is another one of Sam Kiel's brothers. Diana currently has no powers. She's repressed her powers. She's been kidnapped and drained for her blood. Oh, and let's not forget, the High One just voices that Diana and Sam Kiel are martyrs, like they're fated mates. Everyone was like, oh, is her martyr's dead? She died when she was born, the Order killed her. No, she's fucking not. She's alive. And so, you know Asriel, in the Book of Asriel, Caden kidnapped him and has like the mind trick on him. Diana is Asriel's daughter. Diana like storms into Aiden's lair, like wherever they are, fucking just like starts sprouting shit to Nismira. She goes and like kills this general, and they're all like, oh shit, like she's back. And she's like, oh, you just stand around here with your daddy issues, like fucking get over it. I was like, yes, queen. Love her. Saves Sam Kiel, but Reggie helps her. So Reggie like explodes and Nismira like catches him, but Diana portals them all out of there. But yeah, then he saved Diana and Sam Kiel. So I feel like I'm okay with Reggie. We're okay again. And then right at the end, obviously Sam Kiel's like pretty much dead. Reggie can see death coming for him. Diana's like, no, like I'll pay whatever cost. And the mark of Dinson appears on her finger, and she saves him. And Reggie says this right at the end. Says how deeply you must love someone that death itself fears taking them. Although Diana's like, shit, like you're not meant to resurrect anyone. Like what's gonna be the cost? So we don't know yet. And obviously like chaos has been unleashed on all the world. So goodness knows what's gonna happen in book 3. I feel like I need to apologise. Like that was chaos incarnate. But I also needed that rant. Like I need to speak to someone about this. Likes. I mean, if it wasn't self-explanatory, my love for Diana knows no bounds. I love the feminine rage and how strong and powerful she is, even though everyone underestimates her. I actually love that she's been betrayed and she's on her own and she's just like, fuck you all, like I'll still take you. I love Sam Kiel. He's just this little cinnamon roll, sexy man who would do anything for Diana. The twists, the turns, the plot, loved it. Do I think it was slightly too long? Yes. I feel like a couple of scenes could be thrown away and it would be perfection. But I feel like Amber's building towards something and that's why they're all there, because I feel like they all have little Easter egg things in them. I rated it 4.25, I'm very exact. Yeah, fully recommend. Give it a read. Thanks for watching.